This is my world debut at Pecha Kucha and also as a limerick author and reader. I'm going to try to do this as a limerick. I hope I can keep your attention because limericks are well-timed. You know exactly how many verses you have per slide. So this is a tale of two e-patients based upon true stories. A woman woke up from her sleep with a pain that felt terribly deep. It didn't seem right. She worried all night but resorted to counting her sheep. In the morning, she saw a physician to check on her tummy condition, but alas, what he found by poking around, a cancer and some malnutrition. So she asked what her chances could be of finding a way to be free. Of the mutating cells, they should bid their farewells. She hoped to hear something happy. The doctor's face turned very dour. I'm sorry, but I'm almost sure there isn't a chance. You're far too advanced. The prognosis is terribly poor. She asked if there might be some way to research new treatments today, but the doctor moved on, seeing patients anon. No time to say more now, okay? Afraid to ask questions again, she decided to put down her pen. With her anger and hurt and his choice to be curt, she became an e-patient right then. Meg soon found a doctor online, the top of his field, so kind, and his new research from his USC perch showed promise for tumor decline. Meg copied his words till her hands hurt. For all things, he had a good answer. He provided the data and other schemata and planned for a cure of her cancer. But just to be sure he was right, she checked out the NIH site, and with careful review, she knew what to do. She refused to give up on her fight. The treatment was not very easy. She often felt shaky and queasy, yet she stayed the course, moved forward with force, walking whether 'twas sunny or breezy. A friend called to check on the rumor that Meg picked a fight with a tumor. The friend offered advice about herbals and spice, which he presented in really good humor. Oh, my friend, this sounds really appealing, and I'm sure all you want is my healing, but how do you know to believe in this so when all you rely on is feeling? Dear Megan, he said with a wave, I know you've been awfully brave. You don't have to endure the toxins I'm sure these herbals are able to save. Well, let's look at their track record then. If they work, if they really do work, I'll give in. So they researched Medline and Mayo Clinic online, finding no evidence of a win. But there are people who say this will work. Herbs saved these three guys and a clerk. They put their minds to it, were sure they could do it, and avoided chemo with a smirk. But my friend, in this life you must see, we use science to think critically. If there is an effect, we're sure to detect a dose response repeatedly. Meg carefully weighed all her choices, giving weight to the most reasoned voices. She found the best science, increased self-reliance, worth more than 1,000,000 Rolls-Royces. Her first doctor rallied to meet her, admitting she'd saved her own keister. So she offered a toast to the folks she loved most, and the victory couldn't be sweeter. This is Julie. A woman had been in the shower for something quite close to an hour when she noticed a lump, the tiniest bump, just below her tattoo of a flower. I guess I must have a bug bite, though this bump doesn't feel quite right. She wondered aloud with her head in a cloud, assuming that it was all right. Months later, she noticed some pain on the spot where she had a food stain. So she scratched off the spot, took her walk to a trot, and proceeded to shut off her brain. Later on, she woke up with a start. This lump's really starting to smart. So she went to the net, now breaking a sweat. Perhaps something was wrong with her heart. She net surfed around for some time, chatting live with the people online. They thought she might like a short hunger strike or to calm down her chest pain with wine. But my skin is getting so red. Am I making this up in my head? Why not watch for a while or jog for a mile? There's nothing much more to be said. Julie liked her new friends on the web, though with patience beginning to ebb, she asked yet again to Kim, Kyle, and Ken if they had some ideas instead. An herbalist friend that I know diagnoses her friends on the go. Please call her right now and she'll show you how to cure pain with good energy flow. So she called the healer in a pinch and was told it was really a cinch. She should lie on the floor, controlling her core, and breathe without moving an inch. But my skin is beginning to crack. Well, of course, it's because you might lack Vitamins for your dermis, put them all in a thermos and drink them down and put on an ice pack. Do you think I should see an MD? Julie asked of her community. Heck no, don't go there. You won't have a prayer. You'll be poisoned immediately. Don't you think that there might be just one who could help out my skin rash a ton? It itches and hurts. I can't wear my shirts. I tell you, this isn't much fun. Julie left her friends on the computer to find a physician to suit her. During the exam, the doc shouted, "Ma'am, I'll need to call our troubleshooter." The oncologist looked on aghast at the breast cancer's fungating mass. Why did you wait? You've sealed your fate. There's no way to alter the past. You can't fix this tumor for me? Well, now I see very clearly. My friends told me docs are as useless as rocks. You don't do much good, I agree. But Miss Julie, you're breaking my heart, the oncologist flipping his chart. We do have a cure. You'd have it for sure if you came in with a lump at the start. We can treat you for pain and unease. We'll give comfort however you please. The lesson, of course, consider the source as an e-patient with a disease. Oh, doctor, we need to tell others not to mix up our health with our druthers. May my death find some meaning, my soul intervening for breast cancer in daughters and mothers. Megan is, in fact, a colon cancer survivor and has been cancer-free for 3 years. She discovered that her doctor wasn't up on the latest data and found one online who saved her life. Julie did die of metastatic breast cancer 6 weeks after her visit with the oncologist. She had been persuaded by her friends online not to seek medical attention. Thank you.